Hi, I'm Todd Wente, and this is the Daily 180. 180 seconds of motivation and inspiration intended to help you take action and make progress in your life. This is episode 582 of the Daily 180, and today we're going to continue our conversation from a Tribe of Mentors. Sorry, I don't have the book with me today, about the big 5 traits of what it takes to be successful. We've talked about we've talked about 3 of the others. We're going to move into agreeableness, which is the second to last one. And for this one, it's a little bit interesting. It goes along with conscientious, one of the ones that we were talking about before, which is all about being loyal to a trust, being able to follow through on the things that you say that you're going to do. Agreeableness is a little bit different, though, because in agreeableness, we're starting to talk about things like how easily are you going to give in to someone else? How agreeable are you with other people, especially in times when you see things that are not necessarily the way that you want them to be? Do you give in? Do you roll over? Are you a doormat? Occasionally I'll hear those kinds of things when I say, let's look and see if we can do this a little bit differently. And people have accused me on occasions, especially when I think they're thinking about my nature to be agreeable, of being someone who doesn't stand up for myself or someone who doesn't stand up for principle and priority. What I think is exactly different, and what I'm trying to do is always look for common ground. One of the things that I have dedicated my life to, all of my different roles and different responsibilities, is trying to find the best course of action for all of us together. And when you're doing that kind of work, it can be really draining. It can be very daunting, but it's always about trying to find common ground, which means that you have to learn to be agreeable. You have to learn to sometimes let go of tiny things, and sometimes looking at things, evaluate whether or not the things that you're holding to are really big deals. For instance, I remember one time I was talking with somebody, and we were having a conversation about whether or not Star Trek or Star Wars was the better thing. I know it surprises all of you that I would have that attitude, that I would be involved in that kind of a conversation, right? And for me, I said I find value in both of them, and immediately the person that I was talking to said, "You are a wuss." And I said, "Why am I a wuss?" Because I want to say that there's value in what you're saying as well as some of the things that I see. And he says, "Yeah, stand up for yourself. Take a stand on something, man." And I said, I kind of looked at him and I said, "I am taking a stand. I'm taking a stand on the fact that I look for positive wherever I can find it." Now, that didn't satisfy him. And in that particular moment, he was more convinced that it was better to be argumentative than it was to be agreeable. May I suggest, I think if we really want to make progress in our lives, if we want to be leaders, if we really want to move conversations forward and have a better life for all, looking for places where we can agree is perhaps one of the better strategies. I hope this has given you something to think about, and I hope this has been useful enough that you can share it with your tribe, and maybe spend some time thinking about it. If it has, give us a thumbs up. Let us know. And as I always say, hit the button to subscribe, hit the bell to be reminded. This has been the Daily 180. My name is Todd Wente. Go forth and conquer. We'll see you next time.